The pectoralis major, it has two parts, upper and lower. The origin of the upper part of the pec major is the anterior surface of the clavicle. The origin of the lower part of the pectoralis major, the origin is anterior surface of the sternum, so right here. The insertion for the upper is the greater tubercle of the humerus, as well as for the lower, it inserts in the same spot in the greater tubercle of the humerus. The pectoralis major, the origin is the ribs 3 through 5, which is right here, and the insertion is the coracoid process, which is up here. Okay, can you flip over for me? For latissimus dorsi, the origin is the spinosis process of the last thoracic vertebrae, so in this area. And the insertion is the intertubercle groove of the humerus, which comes over to this side right there. The deltoids, the anterior deltoid, the origin is the anterior border of the clavicle. The middle deltoid's origin is the lateral margin of the acromion, which is up here. And the posterior deltoid, the origin is the posterior border of the scapula. The insertion for all three of those is the deltoid tuberosity, which is right there. The supraspinatus, the origin is the supraspinatus fossa of the scapula, which is up here, and the insertion is the greater tubercle of the humerus. The infraspinatus, the origin is the infraspinatus fossa of the scapula. The insertion is the medial facet of the greater tubercle of the humerus. Teres major, the origin is the inferior angle of the lateral border of the scapula, which is down here, and the insertion is the crest of the lesser tubercle of the humerus, which is not palpable. The teres minor, the origin is the upper dorsal surface of the lateral border of the scapula. The insertion is the lower facet of the greater tubercle, which is over here. The coracobrachialis, the origin is the apex of the coracoid process, and the insertion is the medial humeral shaft. The trapezius, the upper trapezius, the origin is the external occipital protrudence in C7. The insertion for the upper trap is lateral 1/3 of the clavicle and acromion process. For middle trapezius, the spinosis process of T1 through 5 vertebrae is the origin, and the insertion is the medial margin of the acromion and spine of the scapula, which is right up here. And the lower trapezius, the origin is the spinosis process of T6 through T12, and the insertion is the scapular spine, which is right here. The rhomboids, the origin is the spinosis process of the upper thoracic vertebrae. The insertion is the medial border of the scapula. For levator scap, the origin is the transverse process of the upper cervical vertebrae, and the insertion is the medial border of the scapula. Serratus anterior, the origin is the outer superior border of the upper 9 ribs, which is over here, and the insertion is the costal surface of the medial border of the scapula. Subscapularis, the origin is the subscapular fossa of the scapula, which is on the inside, so it's not palpable, and the insertion is the lesser tubercle of the humerus, which is also not palpable. Biceps brachii, the origin for the short head is the coracoid process of the scapula right here, and the origin for the long head is the supraglenoid tubercle of the scapula, which is not palpable. The insertion for both are the radial tuberosity, which is down here. For triceps brachii, the long head, the origin is the infraglenoid tubercle of the scapula, which is also not palpable. And the lateral triceps, origin is the lateral posterior humerus right here. And the medial triceps, the origin is the distal medial surface of the humerus, which is also right here, back here I mean. And the insertion is the posterior surface of the olecranon process. The manual muscle test for pectoralis major, for upper, you're going to have them up like this with their thumb like that, and you're gonna pull out. Hold for 5, don't let it break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then for pectoralis major lower, you're gonna have the palm down, and you're gonna pull out just like the upper. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. And you're gonna test this bilaterally. So you're gonna have to like go around. Okay. Thumb up. Ready? Hold for 5, don't let it break you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Palm down. Hold for 5, don't let it break you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And relax. The manual muscle test for pectoralis minor, you're gonna have them bring their shoulders up like this. And then you're gonna place your hands here and push down. Hold for 5, don't let it break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. The manual muscle test for the latissimus dorsi, you're gonna have them bring their arm up with their pinky out, and you're gonna push down. Ready? Hold for 5, don't let it break you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And relax. You compare this bilaterally. Okay, bring arm up, pinky out. Hold for 5, don't let it break you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And relax. The manual muscle test for the deltoids, the anterior deltoids, you have the patient like this, and you have them push them down and in. Hold for 5, don't let it break you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And for middle, you're gonna have to bring it out right here. You're gonna push down. Ready? 5, don't let it break you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Posterior, back here. You're pushing down and in. Ready? Hold for 5, don't let it break you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And relax. Compare that bilaterally. Interior, like this. Hold for 5, don't let it break you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Middle, hold for 5, don't let it break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Posterior, hold for 5, don't let it break you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Okay, for the supraspinatus manual muscle test, you're gonna have them bring their arm up like this. Can you turn your head that way and chin up, like it's in your picture? You're gonna push down, hold for 5, don't let it break you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Compare bilaterally. Turn your head that way, chin up. Bring your arm up like this. Hold for 5, don't let it break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And relax. The manual muscle test for the infraspinatus, you're going to have their arm at 90 with your knee supporting it, and you're going to try to make sure they can't internally rip. You're going to have, okay, hold for 5, don't let it break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Bilaterally. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. The manual muscle test for teres major, you're going to bring their arm up so it's like they have it in a back pocket. Make sure their hand is off their back. Hold that. Hold for 5, don't let it break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Compare that bilaterally. Arm up. Okay, ready? Hold for 5, don't let it break you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. The manual muscle test for teres minor, you're going to have their arm like this with your knee supporting the elbow, and you're push them down. Hold for 5, don't let it break you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Compare bilaterally. Hold for 5, don't let it break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. For the coracobrachialis, you're going to have them bring their arm up like a crazy wing. Okay, okay, hold for 5, don't let it break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. You're going to compare that bilaterally. Bring your arm up. Hold for 5, don't let it break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For the manual muscle test for the biceps brachii, bring your arm up like this, like a slot machine. Okay, hold for 5, don't let it break you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Compare that bilaterally. Hold for 5, don't let it break you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. The manual muscle test for the trapezius, for our upper trap, you're going to have them bring their ear to the shoulder, so bring it down. Okay, hold for 5, don't let it break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Compare that bilaterally. Bring your shoulder. Ready? Hold for 5, don't let it break you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, can you lay on your stomach for me? For the middle trapezius, you're going to have them bring their arm out with their thumb up. And you're going to push down. Hold for 5. Don't let it break you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Compare bilaterally. Arm up. Down. Okay. Hold for 5. Don't let it break you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For lower trap, you're going to have them bring their arm out like Superman position. Hold for 5, don't let it break you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Compare bilaterally. And out. Hold for 5, don't let it break you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. The manual muscle test for the rhomboids and the levator scap are the same. So you're going to have them bring their arm up like this. You're going to stabilize and push down. Hold for 5, don't let it break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Compare that bilaterally. Bring it up. Hold for 5. Don't let it break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And relax. The manual muscle test for a triceps brachii, you're going to have them bring their arm out like this. And you're going to push down here. Hold for 5. Don't let it break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Compare bilaterally. Okay, bring your arm out just a little bit. There you go. Hold for 5. Don't let it break you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. The manual muscle test for serratus anterior, you're going to have them punch towards the ceiling. And you're stabilized here. Hold for 5. Don't let it break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Compare that bilaterally. Punch towards the ceiling. Ready? Hold for 5. Don't let it break you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. The manual muscle test for the subscapularis, you're going to have them put their arm close to their body. Okay, hold for 5, don't let it break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Compare that bilaterally. Up. Hold for 5, don't let it break you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax.